Attack of the Clones, Episode 2 of the Star Wars prequels. Stay right here. Welcome everyone to Episode 6, Attack of the Clones, a prequel, Episode 2 of the Star Wars trilogy. I'm the Reedster, this is the Blondie,
Hello.
and we're going to jump right into it with a memorable moment that you have.
Well, they start off at Coruscant, and Anakin gets to see Senator Amidala again, and he's all flustered, nervous, and Obi-Wan's telling him to calm down, that, it's not that big of a deal, and so anyhow, they're pretty much there to protect her.
Memorable moment for me, except what I would like to add to that is apparently even senators on Naboo have decoys.
Yeah, that is that is so true.
So the way I got to see it is apparently everyone of authority on Naboo have decoys. So I wonder, they got like a whole regiment of decoy elected officials running around on Naboo. How can you ever figure out what the heck's going on? How do you know if any of them ever go rogue when you're going to find out, like, that wasn't even the real one, it was, that was the decoy, all like disgruntled. A disgruntled decoy. My next memorable moment in this movie is in the background, actually, when we first go in and the Jedi are talking with Senator Palpatine. If you look in the background towards the door, you get your first look at the Imperial Guard. That's very notable in the original trilogy with the Emperor. He's got those traditionally all red stormtrooper looking like guards. Well, I just happened to notice if you look in the background towards the doors, there they are. Pretty cool.
Well, then after they're there to protect her, I don't know. I thought it was cool when Obi-Wan and Anakin was talking. She's in the bed sleeping, and they sent that changeling looking for a bounty hunter that was sent in by the bounty hunter. The changeling that was sent in by the bounty hunter, putting them poisonous worm thingies through the window. I thought it was really cool whenever they sensed that and come in with the lightsabers and just, 2 hits, and Anakin had them, like, diced. And I was just, like, thinking, oh my god, he's going to dice her, because a lightsaber's really sharp. But he does that with such precision that he just gets the worms. So to me, that was cool.
These are very special worms because even before all that happens and they're wiggling and squiggling their way across the room, when they're up on the bed and R2 senses that there might be some unwelcome guests in the room and he starts scanning, the position the camera shows anyway is these worm-like creatures cannot see R2, but they know enough to sit still and wait for his scans to become over with, and then they resume their march to their target.
Yeah, that's pretty intelligent worms.
Yes. Very odd, very strange.
Because R2 shuts down, and the worms, they wait for him to shut down, and then they continue on the way.
Yep, they be some smart worms. What else you got? Because you're just like leaps and bounds over my notes. You just crunch mine. Mine are like still way back there.
Oh, really?
No, only one really. Go ahead.
Well,
I'll make it work because I am a professional.
Well, I thought it was cool when Obi-Wan flies out the window, grabs a hold of the changeling's ride there, and, is flying through Coruscant.
I think that should have been Anakin's part.
I think so, too. I think that should have been switched. Obi-Wan being the older one should have been the one getting the space cruiser to go meet up with them.
And then sort of that whole chase scene being, Anakin hanging onto that robot causing all kinds of mayhem, and Obi-Wan and his crews are trying to clean up as he flies on after him, complaining the whole way.
Yeah.
That would have been funny. And it would have been more true to the characters because Anakin's being very weird, coming of age, and you got those Jedi hormones raging, so he's acting like a fool, and Obi-Wan's trying to keep him in check. So speaking of Anakin Skywalker in this one, I won't mention it again because it's throughout the whole movie. I'll just put it here and be done with it. My take on Anakin at this point, I did find his character annoying, but I think it was that way by design. I think he was, it's a story of Anakin, his story arc of coming of age, being torn between good and evil, and how do you express that, through the movie. This is the way the character portrayed it and everything. So I understand it, and I think that's exactly the effect they were looking for. However, I fear that this was mistaken by some of the fans as just being a bad actor and a bad representation of what and how Anakin was supposed to be, and dare I say expectations, because I don't think there really was a lot of expectations. We were all learning the story together. However, I just want to point out that the character of Anakin, the way it was portrayed in this one, he was very unpredictable. His emotions were all over the place, and I think it was that way by design. I think that it was actually well portrayed. However, I personally found him mostly annoying, but I'm sure it was that way by design. It wasn't because of bad acting. I'm not attacking the actor. I'm saying the character Anakin, I found him to be very annoying, and that Obi-Wan was showing a lot of patience with him, because he was just all over the place emotionally, and that is just not a way a Jedi's supposed to be.
Right. Yeah, Obi-Wan had to put him in check quite a few times.
Yes, because Anakin was having a hard time dealing with his emotions, and as an audience member, I found his character annoying, but I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean it was annoying in a good way for the movie. Unfortunately, I think fans took that away as a bad performance. And I don't think it was a bad performance. I think that is the way he was supposed to behave. So either people took that as a bad performance just so they had something to complain about, or they truly felt that way. But I'm just putting it out there how I felt about it, because I did feel the annoyance as well. But I attribute it to how well the actor portrayed the role.
I found it quite funny, the bickering between Anakin and Obi-Wan. I found it quite humorous.
Hey everybody, if you like what you've seen so far, there's a whole other show. If you just click this box right here, it'll take you to the main show. And if you'd like to help out the channel, you click this little round guy over here and subscribe. That would be a big plus. And a big thank you from us at the Reedsters Lounge. I hope to see you over there real soon.